Have you ever seen cool grids like this on the internet? This is a Bento grid, and it's actually really easy to build in Framer. It's all mathematical. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to build any Bento grid you want inside of Framer and make it responsive. Let's go. Okay, have you ever come across one of these? Which is one of these questions where you are asked, how many boxes can you see? And you can kind of start to count all the boxes, and then you realize there's kind of these boxes that kind of form that you don't even realize are there. When we build Bento grids, we essentially need to apply this same logic. So let's look at an example here, right? This is a pretty simple Bento grid. There's lots of different funky things going on here, but essentially it's a bunch of boxes. So if I draw in my frame here, we can kind of outline these boxes. We've got a box here, we've got a box down, say here, and then we've got another box here, and then there's also another box here. And essentially you can start to see these boxes actually group these individual elements within this Bento grid. Now, when we bring this into the Framer world, we're actually talking about turning these boxes into frames, and then we can use different layouts within these frames to create this cool Bento grid. So let's build an example here. So here I am on a fresh page, and I'm just going to press F on my keyboard, and we're going to draw a new frame. And the first thing we're going to do is actually draw our container, which will contain our entire Bento grid. Now, usually I just kind of set my width to be 100% for any sort of container. And just for now, let's set that to be in the center of our canvas. Okay, and let's just drop the background color to a bit of a cream. Now, inside here, I can start building my grid. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, everything's mathematical. So when we look at this, we've really got to break down the shape that we actually want to create. So for reference, here's the grid that I want to create in this video. So first things first, I'm going to draw a new frame in here, and let's call this our top level. And what we're going to do is we'll set the width to be 100%, and we'll leave the height for now, and we'll set layout to be on. Now, everything we do here comes down to how layout and sizing works. So we'll have this top level, and now we'll duplicate this, and we'll call this bottom level. And what I'm going to do is set the height of my bottom to be fill, and we'll keep the top to be fixed. So we'll set this to be 250 pixels. And let's just increase the overall height of my container here. I'm going to set the gap between all my cards here to be 15. Now let's just change the color on this top and bottom level just so we can see what's going on. Okay, now inside these frames here, I'm going to start to build more of the structure. So what I'm going to do is draw yet another new frame, and we'll set the width of this one to be 250 pixels, and we'll set the height to be 100%. And again, we'll make sure layout is on. I'm going to set the direction to start at, well, the start. And I actually want a little bit more height here, so maybe we set that to be 280. And now we can just figure out what sort of layout we want within this top level. So I'm going to draw a new frame in here just by copying and pasting it. And we'll set the width of this one to be, say, 400 pixels. And then I'll copy and paste that one again, but this time we'll set it to fill. So anytime we want a fixed width, we'll set it to be fixed. And then anytime we just want to fill the remaining space, we can set it to fill. Okay, so this is pretty cool, but now we want to create something a little bit more funky within these frames here. So again, I'm actually just going to make this a gray so we can see what's going on. And then in each frame, I could have a separate layout with different frames to create that more bento stacked style. So let's say inside this frame here, I'm going to draw a new frame, and we'll turn layout on, and we'll set the width to be 100%, and we'll set the height to be 150 pixels. And then we'll paste that in again, but this time we'll set the height to be fill. So we're just filling the remaining space. And we want to make sure our gap stays the same, so we'll set it to be 15. And we'll also set the gap on the top level here to be 15 as well. Okay, let's do the same inside the rest of our frames here. So I'm going to do something similar where I need to turn layout on. Maybe this one's a little shorter, so we'll set that to be, say, 120. And then if I copy and paste that and set the height of this one to be fill, now you'll start to see that we get these funky sort of layouts that we can start to play around with. And let's do something for the bottom here as well. So I'm going to set the height of this to be 100%. Let's set the width to be 300 pixels. We'll turn layout on here. and we'll have 2 of these. Set the gap to be 15. And the last card here, we can set it to have a width of fill. So again, you're noticing anytime we just want to fill the rest of the space, just set it to fill. And what this actually unlocks is a little bit of responsiveness as well. So you'll see if I start to change the size of how this frame is actually working, you'll notice it's actually responding pretty well. Okay, so this looks pretty ugly, right? But you can start to see our bento grid actually come to be. So now what I can do is actually just go ahead and style this a little bit more. So let's go ahead here and get rid of the nasty colors that we don't want. And inside my container here, I want to add a little bit of padding. So we'll set a padding of around 15 on the outside, maybe a little bit more, why not? And then let's go ahead and style one of these cards. So I'm just going to set the radius to be, say, 20 pixels. And then a really cool thing I can do is actually just right click this, go copy, and copy the style. And then I can quickly select all the other frames here, right click, and paste that style. Okay, this is looking so much better. So let's go ahead here and add some colors.
The next morning.
And now if I want to tweak this further, I can. So let's say I want to make this one maybe a little bit shorter. I can do that just like so. And everything's being flexible because anything that isn't fixed, again, is set to fill. And now that we've got our bento grid set up in the way that it is, essentially we can put anything inside these cards here. And all it is a frame. So whatever elements, whatever assets, whatever text you want to add, you can. And that's how you build a bento grid inside a framer. As you can see, it's pretty simple and you can take this pretty far with a lot of different styling. But in terms of how you actually build it, it's very mathematical. I'll leave the remix link for this project down below just in case you want a quick way to get started. And if you want more framer content like this, consider subscribing to the channel because we're putting out new framer tutorials every single week in 2025. And if you want to power up your framer project with even more goodies, head to our Insert Frame website. But until next time, I'll catch you later.